Okay, time for me to make a video because I haven't made a video in 4 days, I think. Actually, I think it might be 2. The last 2 videos have been me doing speed art on my dry erase board, and that's involves no talking whatsoever. It just involves me putting a soundtrack to me drawing on a dry erase board with the several dry erase markers that I have. Okay, so this one is about books, because I said I was going to make one about books, and now book time, yeah. One of the most popular books that was like on the list that I had after texting some of the people on my phone was The Hunger Games, which is one of the most recent. I actually have that on my bookshelf over here. So if you see my face like starting to look over here, it's because my bookcase is right there and it has most of the books on my shelf. And some of the books on my shelf are mentioned in the list that I have. So if you see me looking over there, it's not because there's someone there, it's because I'm looking over there because it has the books and I kind of need to look at them. So I actually really like The Hunger Games. It has a real slow start for me because I want something to grab my attention right away, and it doesn't really grab my attention right away, but it's still a good story. The whole thing just like really catched my attention, especially, you know what, if you haven't read it, go read it because it's so good. And I know there was a movie out about it, and it was actually pretty accurate, which is so surprising to me because sometimes when you when some people make a movie out of a book, they keep things out. For example, Eragon, terrible, just blisteringly awful because it didn't have some of the key points that it needed in order to be a good movie, because, well, the book is really long and a series, and it's just, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. But, you know, it was visually entertaining. It was just so bad. On top of books that we have here, there's Twilight. I have a couple Twilighters in this too. Honestly, I think Twilight's better as a book and not as a movie. One, because as a movie, there's a scene where Edward's showing off his diamond-encrusted body, but I didn't see that as diamonds. And when I was, you know how you visually see it in your mind when you read it. Well, I didn't see it as that. You know, I saw it as like, you know, like a swimsuit model. You know how they kind of have like the shiny skin, like they have like grease on their body or something like that. That's kind of how I saw it. I didn't see it as diamonds glistening, like actual literal diamonds. I saw it as some type of glistening, so that kind of threw me off when I watched the movie. And also again, key points missing in Twilight and New Moon and whatever. Next book. There was a couple people that liked some pretty old sounding books. One that I actually have on my bookshelf, of course. Nancy Drew, the female detective. I thought that was good. That was also into a movie, I think. I think it had that girl from Unfabulous that used to be on Nick. They show it on Nicktoons still, so I'm not too much of a fan of that. But it's a good book. It's a good series. She has like a series of books, kind of like, you know, how they have Goosebumps, you know, how they have different books, but it's all around the same premise. Her books are exactly the same, and I think they're really good. They're all mystery bound, kind of just like something that you watch for like a, kind of just like, oh, I know who it is, and then it has a twist, kind of like M. Night Shyamalan, with a twist! Yeah, I'm so embarrassing myself more and more these days, aren't I? Besides that, all these other ones were ones that I didn't know about, so I kind of just looked around and was like, how come no one has mentioned Harry Potter? I get they're really long books, but they're worth it. I love Harry Potter books, and I think they're so amazing. Oh, J.K. Rowling, you're so amazing. I'm gonna put out my love right there. I'm also, on Pottermore. I don't have that written on my backboard, but if you want to add me, I'll probably put it up there. It's Lumos Magic 2. It's Lumos Magic and a bunch of numbers, like 5 numbers. I can't remember what the numbers are. I'm usually just automatically logged in, so I don't know. But it's really cool. They have really cool stuff, and I love them so much. I do. There was one that my friend Kylie mentioned that I had never heard about. So I'm going to look it up later, but it's called Ready Player One. And I kind of want to hear about it because we kind of have the same kind of favorite genre of books, kind of like a sci-fi mystery kind of thing going on. A couple other of my friends had said that, my friend Abby said that she liked Water for Elephants, and I was just like, I know they made a movie out of that, but I knew it was a book too, but I've never read it, so I don't know if it's any good. So I'll look it up. I'll look that up too, see if that's good. My friend Aaron said he liked The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Somehow I feel like that's not a surprise to me. Oh well, I think that's all the books that I have. Honestly, everyone else's books were either the same, I've never heard of, and when I looked it up, it didn't sound interesting. I know that sounds mean, but yes. Oh well. So, if you have I have a suggestion for you. You don't have to do it, but I'm going to ask you very, very kindly. If for the next video that I'm going to do like this, where I kind of just review whatever, I want you to leave your favorite video game. If you have one, it could be a computer game, it could be a game on a website, it could be a game that you play on a console like Xbox or PlayStation 3 or Wii.